Welcome to our year-end real estate market update. I'm Dean Miller. Today's report is all about recapping what happened in 2020, comparing it to what happened in 2019, and a little bit of my insight as to what we think is going to happen in this upcoming year. There have been a lot of crazy changes, as we're all aware. We had an executive order where we had to shut down. The real estate market was frozen for about 3 months where nothing happened. And when you hear some numbers, some of them may be a little bit terrifying and some of them very exciting. Let's go through a few of them. The total number of homes sold in 2020 right here in Nassau County actually decreased 5% from 2019. So that number dropped down to a total of 11,316 houses. Now you hear the word decreasing, you say, oh man, things must be going bad. But again, take into consideration, that was basically what happened in 9 months. So if we look at what happened on average during the months where the real estate market was highly active, we actually saw a substantial increase in the amount of activity. One of the numbers that's most exciting to those people who are thinking about making a move or who do own a home currently is, did the market prices increase or decrease? This year we saw a mind-blowing number, an increase of 9% over 2019. We typically see 3 to 6% appreciation rates here in Nassau County year over year, depending on which town you live in. So that 9% was highly driven by a lot of what happened on the negative side in 2020. We think about all the people who wanted to escape from Long Island, but for every person that wanted to get out, there were actually 3 or 4 that wanted to get in. And this is a big part of what's driving prices up to those ridiculously high 9% numbers. To be honest with you, if you look historically over what's happened over the past few decades, the year a new president takes office, the real estate market actually continues to appreciate. So if we take that 3, 5, 6% appreciation number, kind of work that in with the 9% that we saw, I don't expect to see double-digit appreciation, but I do expect there to be substantial appreciation rates happening throughout the year in almost every town right here in Nassau County. Now, the number that I as a professional look at that's the most important, that will have the biggest impact on the market, is what we call month's supply of inventory. That typically means how many homes are on the market based on how many homes are selling on average. If no new properties were to come on the market, how long would it take to sell out of all the existing inventory that we have? This is where we saw a huge drop in numbers this year. In 2019, at the end of the year, it averaged out to about 4.5 months supply of homes. The average number of homes that determines whether a market swings to a buyer or a seller's market is 6 months. When there's less than 6 months of inventory and that number gets lower and lower, it's a seller's market. The lower that number gets, typically the higher prices start to go. On the opposite side, if we get to 6 months or more, that becomes a buyer's market. There's more homes available for sale than there are actually people interested in making a purchase. With this mass influx of people that we're seeing coming out of the boroughs and here to Long Island and Nassau County specifically, there are probably 3, 4, 5 people that are interested in almost every home that's available that's priced properly. And that's why you're seeing these massive bidding wars taking place. So recap, 2019, 4.5 months supply. In 2020, that number actually dropped down to 3.2 months supply, which means, again, demand is going up, supply is coming down. That is going to continue to have an impact on prices continually going up. The other number that I found interesting personally was the average pending. Pendings are homes that have been on the market that had an accepted offer and still have not closed yet. Now that number, we don't have an actual number for the year on average, but when we look at what happened at the close of the year, pending prices actually are up 10% from the same month in 2019, from December in 2019. So a 10% increase. We're seeing pending prices, those homes that have got an accepted offer, gone to contract, the asking price on those homes is over $766,000. Now again, our numbers are based on single-family residential properties only, so we do not take into consideration condos, co-ops, multifamily, things like that. This is literally 4 walls, detached, single-family home on your own piece of property. The last piece of the puzzle, the one that we've been hearing the most about, and this morning I actually woke up to news about this at about 7 a.m. this morning, saying that today was the all-time lowest interest rate announced since rates have been recorded back in 1971. The average interest rate across this country actually dropped 24% during the 2020 calendar year. An all-time average low of 2.95%, and that's the average. That's taking high and low credit scores into place and different products that are available. They've reached the lowest levels ever recorded with an average right now at 2.375. So if you have reasonable to good credit, if you have a fair amount for a down payment. And understand, there are loans out there today, FHA, 3.5%. For those of you who are veterans, thank you so much for your service. You can get a zero down payment loan. The opportunity and the affordability, even with prices going up, the affordability rates on what you would pay on a monthly basis for your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is actually substantially lower than what the average rental is going for right now. Take all this stuff into consideration when you're thinking about making a purchase, making a move, relocating, changing your life completely, or just upgrading and staying locally. These are some of the factors. If you'd like to get a copy of our monthly market update report, go to our website at deanmillerrealestate.com and take a look. We have it listed for many towns specifically, and if your town is not there, just shoot us a message. We'll be more than happy to put that together for you. Until next month, thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you again soon. And as always, if you have any questions, we're here to be a resource for you.